Hello and thank you for your interest in Warren County's 2022 Comprehensive Plan Update. This is a recorded version of the public presentation of the Draft Comprehensive Plan. During this presentation, we will provide a brief overview of the Comprehensive Plan process and draft goals and recommendations. At the end of the presentation, we will share a link to download the entire draft plan. Warren County's comprehensive planning effort was led by HWC Engineering, a full-service civil engineering and consulting firm with a long history of planning in communities and regions across the state of Indiana. I'm Mason Gordon, and I've been working alongside the steering committee to build the updated comprehensive plan. I've thoroughly enjoyed getting to know Warren County and many of you along the way. Comprehensive plans are one of the most important documents in local government. At its core, a comp plan provides a roadmap to guide local leaders when making decisions about land use, transportation, and utilities. But when done properly, it is so much more than that. A comp plan can truly provide short-term and long-term action items that, when put into place by local leaders, can allow local communities to realize the future that they are aspiring for. The comprehensive planning process began in January of 2022. We spent the first few months gathering information. This phase involved a large portion of the county's residents. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. This spring, we drafted a plan based upon the priorities from the information gathering phase. A draft of the plan is now posted on the Warren County website. A link to the plan can be found at the end of this presentation. For the rest of July, we will gather input from elected officials and residents of the community to refine the plan. After comments have been gathered, a final draft of the plan will be prepared for adoption by the county. The adoption process will occur over August and September. First, the County Area Plan Commission will have the opportunity to offer a favorable recommendation, and then the county commissioners will adopt the plan. After county approval, the 4 incorporated town boards of Williamsport, West Lebanon, Pine Village, and State Line City will also have the opportunity to adopt the plan. If at any point during the adoption process revisions to the plan are necessary, the modified plan must restart the adoption process. We want to prevent that from happening, so it's very important that you review the plan now and provide any comments during the refining stage. The planning process was led by a steering committee of local leaders. The steering committee represented a wide variety of organizations, from area planning, county government, schools, the community foundation, and the local economic development organization. The steering committee directed the public engagement process, they established priorities for the comprehensive plan, and they reviewed preliminary drafts of the plan. From the beginning, this planning process was driven by residents of Warren County. Local community members had numerous opportunities to contribute to the planning process, including public workshops held in Pine Village, State Line City, and West Lebanon, several stakeholder workshops with leaders in specific priority areas such as economic development, education, agriculture, and housing. We even visited with students in Mr. Comer's classroom at Seeger High School to learn more about what county youth wanted to see in Warren County's future. Additionally, a survey was posted online which asked very specific questions relating to the key priority areas of the comprehensive plan. Warren County should be very proud of the level of involvement of county residents in this planning process. Over 600 county residents, or nearly 10% of the county's population, contributed to the plan in one form or another. A wide-ranging number of residents involved in the process allowed the steering committee to truly understand the priorities of the community. A comprehensive plan is intended to identify the vision that residents have for Warren County's future. From the start of the process, there were a couple of key vision statements and guiding principles that we heard from your community. First, Warren County wants to ensure the county's youth stay in Warren County in their adult years. Keeping youth in the community is one key aspect to reversing the county's population decline. Next, Warren County wants to offer a selection of essential retail options and services in the county. Right now, residents are driving outside the county for many of their retail and service needs, but Warren County residents want the ability to access services within the community and spend their dollars locally. Warren County residents are proud of the rural character of the county. They love being able to see the stars at night and hike a trail. Warren County wants to be a great rural alternative to Indiana and Illinois urban centers. While residents want to see the county be more prosperous, residents want to protect the county's rural character that they know and love. Population growth is key to a sustainable future for Warren County. Warren County's population declined from the 2010 to 2020 census. We want to reverse that population decline and moderately grow the population moving forward. Residents certainly don't want to see huge gains in population that compromise the county's rural character, but they certainly want to ensure the county's population is enough to support local employers, local businesses, and the local school system. Warren County has many bright spots in relation to quality of life: a high-ranked quality school system, a quality local healthcare provider, and an offering of outdoor recreation amenities that are second to none in the region. We want to rally around those bright spots and continue to strengthen these amenities in an effort to attract and retain residents in the county. Finally, Warren County residents want to see a diversification of the local job offering. Currently, a large portion of Warren County residents are driving outside the county for work. We want to provide residents with job opportunities that enable them to stay in the county for their work. With each of the vision statements and guiding principles in mind, the comprehensive plan outlines goals and objectives in relation to several key priority areas. These priority areas are broken down into individual chapters in the comprehensive plan. By striving to accomplish the goals and objectives of each priority area, Warren County can make great strides towards the vision developed for the county. Ultimately, the goal of the land use chapter is to ensure that new development is targeted and strategic. The goals and objectives relating to land use identify specific steps that should be taken to support moderate development in priority areas of the county, while protecting Warren County's numerous local assets that give the county its rural character. The land use chapter of this comprehensive plan has been developed with the intent of allocating land use to support the key priorities of the comprehensive plan. Since Warren County businesses need more workers to stay competitive, land must be set aside for new housing development. In order to retain existing businesses and attract new ones, Warren County needs to allocate land for employer sites where there is the proper mix of transportation access and supporting infrastructure. As agriculture is a key industry in the county, agricultural uses should remain the dominant land use in large parts of the county. Because Warren County has important natural resources that are a key part of its rural lifestyle, the community should protect these areas for all to enjoy. Since protecting the rural character of the county is important, this should factor into all land use decisions. During the Economic Development Stakeholder Group workshop held at AWH in Williamsport in February, one thing became abundantly clear: Warren County's employers need additional workers. Currently, Warren County's unemployment levels are at historic lows, yet employers have numerous open positions which they are struggling to fill. Attracting additional workers to the county is the top economic development priority highlighted in this comprehensive plan. This need is reflected in goals throughout the plan, and not just in the economic development chapter. For future job growth, Warren County must maintain and promote a supply of sites available for economic development. Fortunately, the county has 3 key sites, highlighted on this map, that can be leveraged for future job creation. But unfortunately, none of these sites have access to utilities, which is often a top priority of site selectors. Warren County should also expand the number of licensed child care providers to ensure access to child care is not a barrier for county residents to enter the workforce. Additionally, to be successful in sustaining a network of small businesses and local retail offerings, Warren County should consider funding a staff position similar to how it supports economic development. This staff position could also be responsible for promoting tourism. Warren County employers need additional workers, but prospective new workers often cannot find houses in Warren County. The public engagement process highlighted the strong demand for houses in the county. 65% of survey respondents believe the county is currently experiencing a shortage of available houses. Public workshop participants across the county shared stories about prospective Warren County residents that opted to live in a neighboring county due to a lack of housing options in Warren County. The housing chapter provides several key steps that will eliminate current barriers to housing development and enable Warren County to grow its housing supply. First, the supply of single-family houses should be increased. Single-family homes dominate Warren County's housing market, and due to high demand, there is a shortage of single-family, owner-occupied homes at all price points in Warren County. Increasingly, Indiana communities are taking steps to incentivize the development of new housing to meet this need. This plan outlines strategies for how to do that. It was also noted in housing conversations that not all of Warren County's residents can afford to own a home, and many are searching for rental options. Unfortunately, only 3% of the county's housing stock are rentals. The number of rental options should be expanded. For example, the school corporation noted that the lack of rental options is a large barrier to attracting young teachers to the community. Future development in Warren County is limited by the availability of infrastructure. Two of Warren County's highest priorities, additional housing to increase the availability of workforce and economic development to create more appealing job opportunities, both require available sites with access to water and sanitary sewer infrastructure. Currently, access to public water and sanitary sewer infrastructure is limited. Public water infrastructure is available only in West Lebanon and Williamsport, and sanitary sewer infrastructure is limited to Pine Village, West Lebanon, and Williamsport. To ensure that the county's offering of infrastructure meets the current and future needs of residents and businesses, infrastructure expansions and upgrades are required. As a rural community with limited resources and a sparse population, developing and maintaining infrastructure throughout the county is a challenging task for Warren County decision-makers. As a result, the county must be strategic and invest in infrastructure that enables multiple priorities to be accomplished with the same investment. The Public Infrastructure chapter outlines several goals and objectives, like developing a public water supply for Pine Village, extending water and sanitary sewer from West Lebanon to Seeger, and expanding natural gas service to improve the county's access to infrastructure. From fire protection to promotion of community events, Warren County residents rely on county, township, and town governments for a wide variety of services. Due to the county's limited financial resources, county governments rely on a small number of paid staff and a large number of volunteers to provide government services to residents. Providing adequate government services is crucial to the long-term viability of Warren County. The goal of the Government Services chapter is to identify key areas in which government services can and should be improved in Warren County. As housing development occurs, the county will need to continuously evaluate its emergency services to ensure proper levels of service to the community. As current volunteers reach an age where volunteering is no longer feasible, now is the time to begin raising up Warren County's next generation of leaders. With local media coverage of local government dwindling across the state, communities are realizing that they have to take a larger role in communicating updates to the public. For many Warren County residents, finding adequate, affordable, high-speed internet is a real struggle. In fact, approximately 10% of county residents do not have any access to broadband, and 70% of those with access do not have service that meets the federal broadband minimum standard download and upload speed. For Warren County to attract and retain talent, broadband access must be improved. Warren County is in the process of implementing a county-wide broadband solution. The county has already committed funds to the effort and have published a request for proposals. Ensuring that the county's roadways and bridges meet the demands of residents, farmers, and businesses is key to ensuring that Warren County can maintain and grow its population and local economy. Warren County's size and limited budget creates difficulty making every needed transportation investment across the county. The Transportation chapter outlines the key transportation goals and objectives that will enable Warren County to improve its most important transportation corridors to keep its residents and businesses moving forward. With 60% of its roadways being gravel, the county must take strategic decisions to improve the county's overall transportation system. During the public engagement process, it was evident that Warren County's beautiful landscape was a top reason why residents live in Warren County. Also, visitors from across Indiana, as well as Illinois, are also in love with Warren County's beauty, which provides a key opportunity for the county to attract additional residents. The Natural Amenities chapter provides key goals and objectives for the county to protect and strengthen its offering of parks, trails, and outdoor activities throughout the county. Some of the key goals include protecting prime natural resources, creating additional opportunities for residents to enjoy natural amenities, and updating county parks plans for access to key funding sources. A sense of community is at the core of why individuals choose to live in the places in which they reside. During the public engagement process, current residents' affection for the Warren County community was evident. Warren County residents are proud to call Warren County home. As a result, the county has a great sense of community to continue to build upon and strengthen through quality of place investments. Strategies for improving quality of place are outlined in the Quality of Place chapter. Improving quality of place does not mean creating a wish list of amenities that larger communities have that Warren County would like to add. Instead, Warren County's quality of place is largely defined by its rural and small-town lifestyle. Accordingly, quality of place investments in Warren County should be targeted around building community through festivals, events, public spaces, and businesses that enable the routines and rituals of rural community life. Additionally, Warren County's efforts should be targeted at creating additional weekend activities, which was a huge priority for participants in the Comp Plan Youth Workshop held at Seeger High School. Next steps. We want to hear your comments on the plan that we just shared. We will incorporate your comments into the final draft of the plan that will be approved and adopted by the county and the 4 incorporated towns. This presentation was just a brief overview of the draft comprehensive plan. If you're interested, a link to download the entire draft plan can be found on the county's website at the link on the screen. We encourage you to review it. Thank you for your attention and for your interest in the future of Warren County.